Hello and welcome back to the MS Word session. In this session, we would be doing Agenda 9, wherein we would be learning to work with tables, images, and some pictures. For this, I would be sharing a blank document of Microsoft Word so that we can insert some pictures, some tables, and then we can learn how to do formatting of those tables, pictures, and images. The first thing which I would like to do right now here is that I would insert a table for our practice. To insert table, I would go to the insert tab, if you can see on this top left hand side, and just below it I can see a table icon wherein we can see these boxes and we can convert these boxes into number of cells and rows we want. Or we can also click on insert table icon and we get a dialog box where we can insert values, number of columns and number of rows that we need. So for example, I would be taking this as 4 and I'll just keep number of rows as 2 and I click OK. I click this table right now and I will insert some data in this table. In my first cell, I would just type serial number. I press tab button, I move to the next column, if you can see right now. Herein I will type name of the employee. I press again tab and I type department. I press tab. In the last cell, I would type code. Code, just for example, signifies employee code. I would be inserting a random data. So I would just press tab. Now if I press tab from the fourth column, my cursor moves to the next row in the first column. And I type serial number 1. Name of the employee, I type as John Smith. Department, I will type, for example, finance. And my type code is example ABC 1, 2, 3. I again press tab button. I move to 2. Name of the employee, I would type Edward 3. Department, I can type marketing. Code, I can type ABC, and this would be, for example, 7, 8, 9. I press tab again. I would insert one more row. I type 3. I come here and I just type the name as Will. Department, I can type as human resources. Code, I will just type XYZ and 5, 4, 3. So I have inserted a table right now. I just come down below it. I press enter once more. Now I would be inserting an image into it. So I go to insert. You can see the insert tab here. From here, I go to pictures because I have saved some pictures online. So I click on pictures. It is in my desktop. I go to a folder called MS Word. And I come here and I click on this. Correct? I go down below the image. Right now, I am not able to click below the image. So we will solve this problem also. Why is this happening? But for time being right now, I just first tell you a basic formatting for my table, then this for image, and then why are we not able to go down below the image. This first row is my heading, so I will obviously make it bold, and then I get central aligned. I can do it manually, or I can go to a tab called as design. I can see this tab once I click on the table. If I move away from the table, this tab will go away. We will not be able to see the tab again. But when we click on the table, this tab design and the second tab layout, they both appear. So I click on design tab and I can select a basic formatting from any of these pre-refined tabular formats. Suppose I want this tabular format, which is this, correct? I click on this and I can see this. You can always change it as per our own requirement. Or I can click here, you can see this. So when I take this one, I will see it has made the first row as bold and the first column as also bold. We can even change this setting manually, because when we click on the table, we go to Design tab, and on this left hand side, we can see Table Style Options. Header row, it is right now checked. If I uncheck it, it will remove the bold which it had given here, assuming that this is not our header. But we know for sure that this is our header, so we just click on Header row. Similarly, first column. If I remove first column, it will remove bold from these. Now, if you will observe, this cell is remaining bold even if you remove header and first column, because there has to be something or the other which is bold, if not a row or not a column. What if we remove both of them? See, then it goes away. But even if we keep one, it will ensure that this cell is remaining bold. We can always go to any other design, whichever we want, but this is fine right now. Now we would like to increase the height of every cell of the table. So I select the entire table. I can select the entire table by clicking and dragging it here. Or if you can see on this top left hand side, this icon, I click here, I can see that I select the whole table. This icon is for moving and selecting the whole table. This bottom right icon is to change the size of the table. You can see, I just do Control Z. But we would not do it in this way. We would just ensure that whatever we are giving some units of measurements to all those things. So I click and select the whole table, and I go to this layout tab on top next to design. I click here. Below layout, you can see right now the grouping called as cell size is there. When we click on layout, we see the cell size. Right now, height is 0.14 inches. Height means the table row height. If we increase, you can see the height of the table is increasing. Similarly, the column width. This is the column width. So, table height, I will make it, for example, 0.3. Column width, I'll make it 1.6. Now, when we observe here, we can see there's no need for these columns to spread out from here till here. We can minimize the width of the column. There are many ways in which we can do it. One of the ways is under my layout tab, I click on auto fit. Then I click on auto fit contents. We will see that this is adjusted as per the content in that table. When we had clicked on auto fit, we had seen one more option called as auto fit window. Auto fit window ensures that the table is spread from the left margin to the right margin of the page. And accordingly, the width of these columns are also adjusted. Next, what we will see is that now if I want to give some heading, something I want to write above the table, I am not able to click here. What should we do? For this case, what we will do is that we go to layout option, layout tab. There's something called as merge grouping here. In this merge grouping, we click on split table. What does split table do? Split table, suppose we are on the second row right now and we use the option split table. It will split the whole table into two different tables, and it will split the table from where you've clicked the cursor. So 1, 2, 3, this would be one table and this will become a second table. So if I click on split table right now, you can see it has split the table. I will do Control Z right now. Similarly, if I click on this first row and I click on layout and split table, what will happen? It will move the table down and then we can get a space, we can write it here. I just write table 1. Now moving on to our image. What to do with this image? What can we type something below the image or not? Right now, if we see, we can just type above the image but not below the image. What should we do? I right click on the image. I go to an option called as wrap text. And after that, I click on the icon called as option top and bottom. When I click on the option top and bottom, and I come down, I'm able to type something here. We will be talking about wrap text in detail in a further videos. So timing right now, this is about tables and images. We will be learning about tables in details in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.